everyone should go to therapy?
No. Honestly, no. I think therapy is for people with serious problems.
Why do you think that?
Because I have a good life. I have a job. I have friends. I sleep well. I don't need therapy.
But therapy is not only for people who are broken.
Then what is it for?
It is for anyone who wants to understand themselves better, to grow, to communicate better.
I can do that by talking to friends.
Can you? Really?
Why not?
Because your friends love you. A therapist is trained. Those are two different things.
But therapy is expensive. Not everyone can afford it.
That is true and important. But there are free options. Online therapy, community centers. Many cities have low-cost services.
Okay, but I still think if you feel okay, why go?
Because feeling okay and feeling really good are different things.
What do you mean?
Okay means you are surviving, but not growing, not understanding why you react the way you do, not changing old patterns.
Old patterns.
Like, why do you always get angry in traffic? Why do you feel anxious before meetings? Why is it hard to say no?
I never thought about those things as problems.
They are not problems, they are patterns, and therapy helps you see them.
Okay, I have one more question. Is going to therapy a sign of weakness?
No, it is a sign of courage.
Why courage?
Because it is hard to look at yourself honestly, to say, I have things to work on. Most people avoid that their whole life.
That is true. I avoid a lot of things.
We all do. A therapist helps you stop avoiding.
Okay, I think I understand now. I still don't think everyone needs it right now, but everyone could benefit at some point.
That is a very honest answer.
Maybe I'll think about it.
That's all I'm asking.
Therapy is not only for serious problems, it's for anyone who wants to grow and understand themselves better.
Asking for help is courage, not weakness.
What do you think? Should everyone go to therapy? Write in the comments.
Will, I want to ask you something, and I want your honest answer.
Okay, what is it?
Are you the person you wanted to become when you were young?
Wow, that is a big question for a Tuesday morning.
I know, but I have been thinking about it a lot.
Okay, let me think. When I was young, I wanted to be an explorer, someone who travels, discovers new things.
And now you are an accountant?
Yes, very different.
So the answer's no?
I am not sure. The job is different, but maybe the person is the same?
What do you mean?
Young Speaker 2 wanted to discover things, to be curious, to be open, and I still am. At work, at home, in life.
So the values are the same, but the path changed?
Maybe, or maybe I'm just telling myself a nice story.
What do you mean?
Maybe I became an accountant because of money, because it was safe. And now I'm saying, no, it was my values. But was it really?
That is a very honest question.
And I don't know the answer. What about you?
I wanted to be a writer. I am a marketing manager.
Do you write?
Sometimes, at night when the kids are asleep.
So maybe the writer is still there, just smaller, hidden.
Or maybe I gave up on her. I don't know.
Do you think there is a right answer to this question?
I thought yes, but now I think no.
Why not?
Because the person we wanted to become at 10 years old, that person did not know about bills, responsibilities, relationships, loss.
True. Life changes us. We cannot stop that.
So maybe the question is not, did I become who I wanted? Maybe the question is, do I like who I am becoming?
Do you?
Some days yes, some days no.
That is the most honest answer I have ever heard.
And you?
Same. Some days yes, some days I look in the mirror and think, who is this person?
And what do you do on those days?
I don't know yet.
We started with one question, and we have more questions now than answers.
Maybe that's okay. Maybe living with the question is more honest than pretending you have the answer.
Are you the person you wanted to become? And if not, is that a problem or just life? We don't know. Only you do. Write your answer in the comments. We will read every single one.
Rose, you look different. More calm than usual.
Thank you. I think it is the new routine.
Tell me everything. What did you do?
30 days ago, I changed my morning completely.
What was your morning before?
Before, alarm rings, I press snooze 3 times, I pick up my phone, I scroll for 20 minutes, I feel bad, I rush, I arrive at work already stressed.
That sounds exactly like my morning.
I think it sounds like most people's mornings, so I decided to try something different for 30 days.
What did you change?
4 things, only 4. Number 1, no phone for the first 30 minutes.
That already sounds hard.
Very hard at first. Number 2, 5 minutes of stretching. Not exercise, just gentle movement.
5 minutes? That is nothing.
Exactly. Number 3, 1 glass of water before coffee. Number 4, 3 things I am grateful for, written in a small notebook.
Total time.
35 minutes. That is all.
Was there something that surprised you? Something you did not expect?
Yes, my relationships got better.
Really? From a morning routine?
Yes, because I was less stressed, I had more patience. When someone said something that bothered me, I had space inside to respond calmly.
Space inside. That is a good phrase.
The morning gave me space, and I took that space into my whole day.
I want to try this. Where do I start?
Start with 1 thing only. No phone for 15 minutes. See how that feels.
Just one thing. I can do that.
1 thing every day. That is enough to begin.
No phone, stretching, water, gratitude. 35 minutes, 30 days. Big changes.
The power is not in the size, it is in the consistency.
What is your morning like right now? Would you try this experiment? Write in the comments.
Ivan, you told me once that losing your job was the best thing that ever happened to you. I never forgot that.
Yes, I know it sounds strange.
Can you tell me more? I want to understand.
Of course. I worked at the same company for 9 years.
9 years? That is a long time.
Yes, I worked long hours, weekends. I missed family dinners. I missed my son's first steps. I told myself, it is worth it. I am building something important.
And then?
One Tuesday morning, my boss called me in. He said, "Speaker 2, we are restructuring. We have to let you go."
After 9 years?
After 9 years, 5 minutes, and it was over.
How did you feel?
Shocked, then very angry, then ashamed, then scared, all in one day.
Did you tell your wife?
Not immediately. I was too ashamed. For the first week, I left home at the normal time and came back at the normal time, like I still had a job.
Oh, Speaker 2, that sounds very lonely.
It was. The shame was bigger than the situation. I felt like a failure, like I was not enough.
But you were not a failure. The company made a business decision.
I know that now, but at the time, it felt personal, very personal.
So when did it start to feel like a good thing?
Week 3, my son was home sick from school, and for the first time, I was there.
Just there at home.
I made him soup. We watched cartoons together. He fell asleep on my arm, and I thought, I missed so much of this.
That must have been a very emotional moment.
I cried, not because of the job, because of the time I lost, time I can never get back.
And what did you do next?
I found a new job, smaller salary, but normal hours, no weekends, home for dinner every night.
Every night.
Every single night. And my son knows my face again, not just my voice on the phone.
So, what did you learn from all this?
That I was confusing working hard with living well. They are not the same thing.
Working hard and living well. Different things.
Yes, I was working to provide a good life, but I was missing the life I was working for.
That is so honest and so sad.
Yes, but also the beginning of something better. Sometimes you need to lose something to understand what you really value.
Value means what is truly important to you.
Exactly. And I needed to lose the job to find the answer.
Speaker 2 gave everything to a job for 9 years, then lost it in 5 minutes, and that loss showed him what truly mattered.
Sometimes losing something is the beginning, not the end.
Have you ever lost something that turned out to be good? Write in the comments.
Okay, Nick. 10 questions about who you really are. Answer the first thing that comes to mind. No thinking. Ready?
Ready, let's go.
Question 1. When you are alone, what do you do first?
I make coffee and sit in silence. No phone, no music, just quiet.
Question 2. What do you do that you would never post on social media?
I cry at sad movies. Alone. Every time.
Question 3. Are you kinder in public or in private?
Honestly, in public. I perform kindness more there.
Question 4. What do you judge in others that you also do yourself?
I judge people for being late, and I am often late.
Question 5. What do you pretend to like that you actually don't?
Networking events. I say I enjoy them. I hate them.
Question 6. What do you secretly love that you never talk about?
Old cartoons from the 90s. I watch them sometimes.
Question 7. When you make a mistake alone, do you forgive yourself easily?
No, I am harder on myself than on others. I would never say to a friend what I say to myself after a mistake.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe I think I need to be perfect, but I give others permission to be human.
So give yourself the same permission.
Easier said than done, but yes.
And the last question. Quieter, softer, more real?
Yes, the real me is much quieter than what people see. I perform a lot, more than I realized.
Maybe the goal is to close that gap between the public version and the private version.
That is the work of a lifetime.
Yes, but it starts with questions like these.
Who are you when nobody is watching? That is the most honest version of you.
Answer one of these questions in the comments. Any one. We want to know who you really are.
Hey, have you been using AI tools lately?
Yeah, almost every day. Why?
I don't know. It's kind of crazy how fast it's growing.
It really is. Things are changing very quickly.
Do you think it's a good thing?
I think it depends on how we use it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What have you tried so far?
Just basic stuff like writing help and translations.
That's a good start.
But now I see people using it for everything.
That's true. Work, study, even daily tasks.
Do you think AI will replace jobs?
Some jobs, yes, but not all.
That's what worries me.
I understand. A lot of people feel that way.
Like, what happens to people who lose their jobs?
New jobs will appear too. It's always like that.
Yeah, like in the past, right?
Exactly. Technology always changes the job market.
But this feels different.
It does feel faster this time.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, the speed can be overwhelming.
Are you worried at all?
A little, but I also see opportunities.
Like what?
People can learn new skills faster.
That's true.
And small businesses can grow more easily.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, AI can help people create things.
Like content?
Exactly. Videos, writing, ideas, everything.
That's actually exciting.
It is, if you use it the right way.
Do you think people will become lazy?
Some might, but others will become more productive.
So it depends on the person?
Always.
That's a good point.
What would you use AI for?
Maybe to learn faster and create content?
That's a great use.
I feel like there's a big opportunity there,
There definitely is.
but also a lot of competition.
True, more tools means more people creating.
So how do you stand out?
By being real.
Real?
Yeah, your ideas, your voice, your story.
Not just copying AI.
Exactly. Use it as a tool, not a replacement.
That's smart.
It's the best way to stay relevant.
Where do you think AI will be in 10 years?
Much more advanced. Probably everywhere.
Like in daily life?
Yes, at home, at work, everywhere.
That's kind of scary.
And kind of amazing.
Yeah, both at the same time.
Exactly.
Do you think AI will understand emotions?
Maybe, but not like humans.
So we still have something unique.
Definitely.
That's good to hear.
Humans still matter a lot.
Okay, I feel a bit better now.
Good. You should feel curious, not afraid.
Yeah, maybe I should start learning more about it.
That's the best thing you can do.
Step by step, right?
Exactly.
All right, I'm in.
Welcome to the future.